Okay, everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about this mammoth size box, which weighs a ton. All good things, Space Empires 4X. This is put out this year on the P500 by GMT. Just got that a little while ago. And I've been working diligently to make some trays that I think work out pretty good for you on this game. So let's take a look inside and see what I have for you. And don't forget, all these are available on GMT website. Download for free. We really want to thank them for taking the time and putting them up for us and making it easy to find. Just go to Space Empires 4X, all good things, and you'll be able to find the trays for this. Now this box here includes all the stuff from the, well, this would be the second expansion of the Space Empires Replicator. Now I did use the second printing, which should be the same as first, but all the cards, all of the extra pieces and stuff to play this game are included in that box. Now, if you watched the other video, you saw the tray that I made for this. You will need this to play this because the board is in this game right here. So you're going to need the board from this, and you're going to need your base units. Your yellow, red, green, and blue are all in this. But everything else that you need to play All Good Things and Replicators, to play all of the expansions, you need this box and this box together. So let's move this off to the side here for a little bit. And let's open this on up and check it out. Now, we have the orange Empire, Deep Space, and cards in this one. We have terrain tiles only in this one. We have the Replicator Empire and the Olive Green Empire. I didn't know what else to call it. It was another green empire. I'm sure it has a name. I should have looked it up, but that's what I'm calling it. And game counters are in this one. So let's pull this out so that you can see what's in here. And separate this. And we'll pull this one on out too. Now, I put all of the cards, well, most of the cards, are here in the front. So we have the research card. I think I ended up using 30 cards in each stack. So the research cards are there. You have the resource cards here. And you know, you can mix them up a little bit if you want. And then in this one here, I have the crew cards are all in here, and some resource cards and crew cards are all in this stack here. So these are my three stacks that go up front. I have your Space Empire Replicator production sheet research centers, and this is the production sheet just without research centers. Here's your all goods thing charts, your base empires, and then also some other player aids here, which came in all good things, which helps you out a lot for the terrain as to what exactly it does. And let's see, so you have your ships on one side, and you have your research chart on the other side. And then here we have paranormal track, AP bot player aid right there. And then here we have Space Empire's All Good Things research chart. Wait a minute, did I say the wrong thing on these? No, I said the right thing on this. Okay. So we have our All Good Things research chart. Alternate Empire. That's what it is on that. We have our new fleet boards here. And then we get to Space Empire Replicator research chart here. And of course, our master rule book here. And again, I flip them around because I want to try and get the edges so that they even out. If you put all of the stapled edges together, this side would be much higher than this one. So I rotate them back and forth. And then here is Space Empire All Good Things production sheet facilities. Space Empire Replicator production sheet, no research center. And then we have our Replicator rulebook. We have our solo co-op scenario book from All Good Things. So let me put this right side up so you can see it. And then we have our card manifest and deep space planetary attributes. And like I said, I tried to keep everything that I could. Competitive scenario book. And the only things that I did not keep were in my first video, so check that out, where I give you a preview of this. And we have Space Empire All Good Things production sheet. And then we have No Facilities. And then we have the Replicator production sheets here. So, like I said, I put them all back. I sort of rotate them around as I put them in there. This is the thick book. And then we have, that goes back in. So you can see that I made it so, you know, you may not want all of these sheets in there, but I made it so that they could fit. So that way, everything's in one box. You don't have to keep separating out things and putting them in different boxes, trying to find them or use different counter holders, you know, in different spots and different locations. So, and then here are the two replicator sheets. And then these cards fit standing up. So they would just go all at the end here. And again, that helps hold everything in place. And I will have links to my card holders here. These are just cheap ones that I get. I just get them because it makes it easier to shuffle. And they are not quite as thick as the better quality ones. But they are relatively cheap. You can buy 1,000 for like $9. So I like that. And let me just get that there. All right, so our cards are in. Let's get this out of the way. And let's take a look at where all the work was at. So the Orange Empire, you know, is basically this top part right here. And this one fits pretty snug. And then we have our All Good Things scenario and All Good Things crew cards here. And these come apart so that you have this that you can place over by you if you need the your space count, your home space, and then open space is there, or deep space I think we call them. And this goes all on top, fits all the way around there, locks it in, and this locks it in. The terrain tile, this is just all one box. All the terrain tiles are in here. You can place them in any order. You know, I think I have them where I have a lot of the home worlds are in one spot, and then all the space encounters are in other spots. But you can divide it up any way that you want. There's enough room in here where you can even put thin little pieces of paper if you want to separate them out, so that you got some room in there. You don't have a lot, but you do have some. Only way I could make it to get everything fit in this one. And then here we have our Replicator Empire, and then we have our Olive Green Empire here, and it also is right there too. So we have 3 layers of this one here, but we have our Olive Green and that. So let's take a close-up look at these so that you know how to put this all back together. Oops, wrong way down. First, we'll take a look at the 3-layer one, and let's check it out. Okay, so I like using color code. This is Replicator, Olive Green Empire, and Game Counter. And when you take this off, these are all your Replicator pieces are right here on the top layer. The second layer has some of your green pieces, and your game counters are all right there. And then the bottom layer is your green pieces here. So let's take a look at each one of these. These do separate apart. And this is tray 2F. And as you can see, this is all the stuff that's on 2F. I guess I could turn it around so you could see it better that way. And it's designed for each individual piece. See, some are deeper than others. You got a little finger grips there so you can easily pull the pieces out. This one here is tray 2E. And that's everything that's in there. The label is at the top here. So these all are there. There's no mix in here. These are all the counters that stack in there. And I like the color code. You don't have to. If you don't want to, I think it makes it easier. This one here is tray 2D, and let me get it around so it's easier for you to see. And these are all your ground units for this particular empire. And again, you can do a screen grab of that so that you know what goes where. This is tray 2C, and of course I used white because it's game counters. And you know, we have a lot of stuff here for the game. And again, a lot of different depths here for these pieces. And these two go together. And then we have our replicators. And this one here, oh, tray 2B. That's right, I had to put it on the side because it was too thin there. So tray 2B right there. And this is what is set up in there. And this one is tray 2A. Label is that in. And again, just do a screen grab so that you know what pieces go where in this. All right. So we have our green base units. You see that they have handles too because they will fit inside on the bottom. There's actually a hole right underneath to help lock everything in. And the same way here, locks everything in, and it all comes to the top. And so this is the order that I have it. So you have tray 2A, then you have tray 2B, then you have 2C, 2D, 2E, 2F. So that way you know how to organize that, and you can't really see that tray 2C too well. It gets blown out there, so we'll turn it that way so you can see it. So set this counter over here, and this is our terrain tile. All right, our terrain tiles is a pretty easy one, you know. It is lid number 1 here and tray number 1. And I don't think I even have, yeah, I do have it labeled there. Tray number 1. So these are just all your terrain tiles. Just stack them up, put them in here any order that you want. Just try to remember, you know, roughly, but you're just going to have to pull them out. I mean, I tried to organize these. There was just no way. And, you know, put that down, and that's your terrain tile. So this one's a pretty easy one. And now we're going to look at Orange Empire, Deep Space cards. And here's our Orange Empire with the Deep Space cards. And this one is a 2-tier level. On the bottom level here, we have our crew cards and scenarios. And I think there are other ones in there, but they do unlock here. There's little tabs here that lock them together. And the reason for these tabs is so that you can take these apart and you can use them for holders when you're playing the game. So you could have all of your scenario cards in there. And you can have other cards over here. So you have enough for 4 of them, because this slides apart also. And that just makes it a little nice to have something else that's included in there that you could use for card holders. And then here we have our Deep Space builders. These I think have all verbiage on them. You have planet attributes, builders, planet attributes, and then homeworld space markers. So this goes together and this locks together. And that prevents that from coming apart here, and then gives enough pressure to lock them together so they stay somewhat good. Not 100%, you know, these are counters. They fly all over the place. And then the orange group, they have just 2 trays. This particular tray is tray 3B, and the label is on this side. And you can see what is included on that. And again, they are all individual depths for each piece so that they fit there nice. And then this one here is tray 3A. And again, these are all the pieces. Again, go ahead and just freeze the frame. Let me get this around this way so you got that to look at. So you can see what's on what side. Oh, now I'm getting confused. Now, the label is on this side. You should keep it one way, John. Come on, try not to confuse people. All right. And then these go down. Again, they lock together. And they have a groove all the way around the bottom, which fits this groove right here. So that slides in here. And that's going to lock everything together. And then we just put our Orange Empire lid on top. So there you have it. These are the trays that I designed and made for the final expansion for Space Empires 4X. And it allows you to have everything you need to play the game with these two boxes here. The only thing that's not included in these two boxes is, as I showed in the first one, are these standees. If you'd like to use them, you're going to have a separate box. I have Space Empires rule book and their first sheet here, and you play a reference card from Space Empires. But you could use the reference cards from the other ones. You can use the player sheets from the other ones, and you know, that gets you out. Let me get this in the center. That gets you out and able to play Space Empires with just everything in two boxes, neatly organized. You can place these things around the map, and everybody has their own trays, all color coordinated, color coded. I think it makes it easier. Okay, so there you have it. That's my tray and the final part of this series on Space Empires, all good things. I tried to organize everything so it's easy to find, easy to play, and color coding easy to put away. So hopefully you'll be able to get a 3D printer, or know a friend who has a 3D printer. Download these files for free on the GMT website. Just go to Space Empires, all good things. You'll be able to find the ones for these, and print them out, and let me know. Let me know how it comes out. I'm always curious. As you know, I always love seeing people who post that you know, they put this all together, and they either like it or they don't. But you know, I like seeing what you guys do with it. So please do like and subscribe to the channel. It helps it out tremendously. I will have more and more of these trays designed for you as I get more and more games. I do have a lot of games backlog, which I'm starting to put together. But please subscribe, like, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.